Uh-oh, Broadcom, we're selling off here, guys. The stock's down to $419 a share after trading at over $500 right before earnings. I think we hit that earlier today, or was that yesterday? Either way, the stock is tanking. We have to break down what's going on with Broadcom. We'll talk about Nvidia, other chip stocks as well, the AI trade, and break down the indices, which today, guys, we did not have a great day. The Dow ended up going down, let's see, 1.2%. The Russell went down 1.3%, and the S&P went down about 3/4, not too bad, as the Qs went down just 0.25%, but we're down even more in the aftermarket, which makes sense considering Broadcom's down, other stocks are down. So let's dive into it. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe. Feel free to join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my trades, be a part of my private Discord. All that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon, and let's get into it. So red there across the board, VIX went up, oil went up. You guys know that if you saw my my first video of the day. And again, Broadcom is taking a beat down, but judging the chart, let's be honest, it was way overbought heading into earnings, and the cup and handle that we talked about, right, ended up playing out, and it just got too hot, right? You guys see the cup right here, the handle. We finally took out 420, 430, and we saw a parabolic move to 507, right? That was a move of about, let's see, 20%, a little under that in the span of a couple of days. And Broadcom's a big company, guys. It's not like 100 billion, 200 billion market cap. It's a lot more. So we saw a parabolic move, and they missed slightly on revenue. Let's talk about these numbers quickly. Actually, I might as well just pull up this article. Then we'll talk more about Nvidia, which, by the way, let's pull up Nvidia. I think it went down 3% on the day, roughly. Let's pull this up. Ticker NVDA for the one person out there that doesn't know that. So yeah, we went down 3.6 on the day, and in the aftermarket, we're down a little bit more, about an extra 1%, no big deal. But yeah, the stock's slipping. We'll cover that here in a second. But first, let me go back over here to Broadcom's earnings. So we can see the headline. It says here, guys, Broadcom stock plunges on weak software sales, unchanged AI chip forecast for the year. So let's dive into this a little bit so you can actually visually see it. Oh, tell me I need to have an account. What? Hold on a second. I swear I was just looking at this article. Okay, there we go. It said I needed an account. Oh my goodness. I've hit my 5 article limit. You gotta be kidding me, guys. You gotta be kidding me. CNBC's doing this now? Oh man. I might as well create an account, but I'm not gonna do that during this video. So let's see if we hold on, maybe I can do it on Chrome quickly. This is annoying, guys. My goodness, man. What's going on, CNBC? Come on, somebody's got to tell CNBC. And honestly, all these all these companies are putting all their articles behind paywalls. It's getting insane at this point. So let me pull this up here. It might work on Google Chrome. So let's see. So essentially, guys, what's going on with Broadcom is they missed on revenue, right? They straight up missed revenue by a little bit. And whenever a company reports earnings, especially when their stock is up and to the right into earnings, priced to perfection, any little crack could end up, causing the stock to go down. And that's exactly what happened, right? They missed slightly on revenue. Let's come down here and see. Haha, take that, CNBC. I'm on my my other browser. So we can see here, revenue came in at $22.19 billion, which missed barely the $22.27 billion estimate. And EPS came in, which it beat $2.44 adjusted versus $2.40 estimated. I like that. And revenue popped, get this, guys, 48% year over year from $15 billion in the same quarter last year. I mean, these companies are making money freaking hand over fist at this point. Profits, top line, bottom line, you name it. The company said revenue this quarter will be about $29.4 billion versus 28.53 from expected from the analysts, and Broadcom shares were up 40% this year to date as of Wednesday's close. So keep that in mind, man. Again, this stock was up a lot. It just broke out another 20%. It's a healthy pullback. It's a healthy pullback. And we can see net income came in at $9.31 billion or $1.91 a share, up 88% from $4.97 or $4.97 or $4.97 billion rather, or $1.03 a share in the same quarter last year. So they're crushing it, man. Revenue missed, but their guidance is strong, and they're just dominating the bottom line, up 88% year over year. And on earnings, Broadcom on the call, they said their main customers still remain Anthropic, Google, Meta, OpenAI, which of course are driving the company's growth, obviously, in AI revenue. And they said, Broadcom, we expect this momentum to continue into fiscal year 2027. And they reiterated their AI semiconductor revenue guidance to be in excess of $100 billion. And AI revenue more than doubled in the second quarter on an annual basis to $10.7 billion, or $10.8 billion actually. And Broadcom said the company expected AI revenue to triple in the current quarter to $16.7 billion. $16 billion. And the bookings that are coming in are not for immediate delivery, said Broadcom. Some they hope to have, but the reality they all accept is they need to align quite a few other things in place before they can deliver, talking about these upcoming bookings. And they reported $15.1 billion in revenue from semiconductor solutions, the company's chip sales division, which also includes networking parts and Wi-Fi chips, in addition to AI accelerators and networking. And that revenue topped a street account estimate of $14.72 billion, guys. So there you have it. The company's still doing well. They're thriving, obviously. And look, any crack in the earnings, little slight miss, maybe guidance is a little soft, right? A little bit, less than expected. That could cause the stock to go down. And honestly, it opens up opportunities for those that maybe missed the move, are waiting to add more, get in at a lower price. And that's exactly what's happening here on not only Broadcom, but Nvidia as well. And I really like Broadcom's chart. It looks great at this point, guys. Look, it is a falling knife. Keep that in mind. It could go a little lower, but this pullback is healthy. RSI has come down to a good spot. And if it chops around 415, 420, 425, 430 for a little bit, I think that could end up being a decent opportunity to get back in within the breakout, as long as the trend holds. If this thing slips under 400, back into 380, 390, that would be a technical break. That might not be ideal for the short-term trader. Maybe if you want to buy for the super long term or longer term. But, as long as we maintain here 420, 430, I think we're going to rally. I think we look pretty decent. So Broadcom dumping after earnings, not the end of the world. CrowdStrike, though, look at this. Is this the end of the world? It's not. This was expected. CrowdStrike was up and to the right. Same thing. They were pretty much at all-time highs. Now it's tanking from 809 to about 668 in a couple of days. We're down 17%. And let's quickly look at their earnings. We can see they did report $1.10 adjusted EPS versus the $1.07 expected on sales of $1.38 billion versus $1.36. So double beat out of them. And they see Q2 adjusted EPS of $1.16, right in line with the estimates, and revenue $1.43 billion, pretty much right in line. So pretty good report, man. They actually see full year 27 annual recurring revenue of $6.53 billion. It looks like they announced a 4-for-1 stock split. Wait a second, guys. 4-for-1 stock split. Hopefully this thing takes a big beat down, man. I want it to come down so I could actually buy some. If this gets into the 500s before this split, I might have to start building up a position again. And CrowdStrike, I think the split will bring in more buyers, even though it doesn't make the stock cheaper. It doesn't make the stock cheaper, guys. But ultimately, when people see a $700 stock on paper versus, what would it be after the split? Like 65, whatever, right? $170 stock versus $700 stock. I mean, the one looks cheaper, even if it might not be actually cheaper, right? We all know how to value a stock. It's not based on the face value of the dollar amount of the share, right? That's not how it works. But yeah, people think that, though. A lot of people, not a lot, but some people in retail think, oh, CrowdStrike is more expensive than, I don't know, Roblox. I'm looking at Roblox here because it's, the stock price is higher. Not necessarily. Roblox could be more expensive than CrowdStrike with a lower stock price. But anyway, that's what happened. CrowdStrike reported stock selling off. I like it. 4-for-1 splits coming. I'm looking to buy some if it gets a little bit lower here. And Nvidia, man, it's starting to test that moving average. 180 SMA trading at about 213 right now. This is a big spot for the stock. Clearly, we failed to break through the previous all-time high with this recent pump a couple days ago. Now we're giving back gains, especially after earnings here with Broadcom dropping. So for me, guys, look, I'm still long Nvidia. You know my thoughts. I'm holding. If anything, I'm looking to buy more if it goes down to the low 200s, 200, 205. But for now, I'm just holding. We're going to continue analyzing these charts. And look, we're still above 210. 210 was that resistance for months. It was the all-time high from the end of last year. And the fact that we're holding that as of today, we held that a couple days ago, that's a good sign. So I'm long Nvidia. I'm about to be long CrowdStrike, getting close there. If it comes down a tad bit more, man, come down a little more, CrowdStrike, I'll buy some shares. And Broadcom too, man. I'm all over these. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. All that's down below, guys. The private Discord is through Patreon as well. Check it out. Or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.